Recently, there was a fire at Pastor T.D. Jakes' Potter's house. Although everyone was fortunately able to escape without harm, the fire's source occurred at a time when T.D. Jakes was being sued for several sexual assault charges involving his son Diddy Combs. There are also rumors that a power struggle between Gino Jennings and Jakes may have contributed to the fire. Let's examine this momentous occasion and the past exchanges between these two well-known Christians. The shocking and depressing news quickly circulated around the city, leaving its citizens stunned. Congregants and church supporters gathered close to the flaming structure, their emotions heavy with grief. The fire was still raging and devouring everything around it. The stained glass windows of the church broke, strewing bright pieces onto the chair below. The community suffered a terrible loss as the previously exposed medications and altars turned to ashes because to the unrelenting fire. This is not the first time that T.D. Jakes' house has caught fire. Previously, in 2009, Dallas mega-charge partner T.D. Jakes' sunroom sustained substantial damage due to a gas explosion. Thankfully, the explosion left no casualties in its wake. Authorities ruled it unintentional. Around 6 in the morning, the incident happened. We are going to move forward and begin. Concerns over the file's origin have been raised, especially since Gino Jennings announced the launch of The Righteous Path, his own mega-judge, at the same time it was filed. T.D. Jakes' house is not distant from the judge's location. Is this just a coincidence, or is Gino arranging something darker? Once under Jakes' tutelage, Jennings preached a series of impassioned sermons in which he charged the bishops with straying from the fundamentals of Christianity and emphasizing the prosperity gospel excessively. Jennings' claims were reinforced by a T.D. Jakes and Snoop Dogg YouTube video, revealed, causing a rift in the church and Jennings' resignation from the ministry. Discussions on the internet right now are mostly focused on conspiracy theories and the effectiveness of prayer. Some contend that the fire was a heavenly message revealing the divisions within the church, and that it was an act of God. Jennings is accused by others, who speculate that the fire was a desperate attempt to attract their notice. In the interim, while a comprehensive investigation is being carried out, the Dallas Fire Department has declined to comment on the abnormalities. In the meantime, Jakes and Jennings have taken to social media to promote harmony and peace. In a video message, Jakes asked for prayers for the people affected by the fire and stressed the significance of the church's spiritual as well as physical rehabilitation. Similar ideas have been expressed by Jennings, who exhorts his followers to find comfort in God's love, even under trying circumstances. In addition, The church at Pilot House was recently rocked by a horrific incident involving its well-known pastor T.D. Things quickly got out of hand during a violent debate with some of his supporters when Jacques was threatened with being set on fire if he did not resign as leader. A number of disgruntled judicial members contacted Jacques with a list of grievances regarding his decision-making and leadership style, which is how the claimed altercation began. As allegations were made and voices became louder, the situation quickly became tense. Winnies claimed that Jake was initially cool under pressure, making a diplomatic effort to allay their fears. But as things got more intense, Jake began to show symptoms of distress. Things took a horrifying turn when they were structured. Jake's name began to trend on social media after Tough Mills TV, a YouTube channel, made some shocking findings. That R&B singer Cassie accused Ponce of rape and years of physical abuse. The case was recently settled, and the channel supported the offer of women full-out luge regarding the rumors involving Diddy and T.D. Jakes.
How you feel about these rumors surrounding, Diddy and T.D. Jakes?
Man, what I think about it is this, when I grew up in the church, the sinners was not supposed to have the same atmosphere with the saints. You have to be able to separate the two. So I'm looking at him as a saint going to a party that ain't nothing but sin, drinking, maybe fornication, man on man, woman on woman, he on she. But maybe he'd have to lay some hands on somebody. Maybe he'd have to save some souls. I know he got a contract with Revolt, so I'm just like, it's just real strange that he would be found at any kind of Diddy party or any kind of place with Diddy unless it's in a business atmosphere.
But now in this live call, God brought out that this man is not interested in women, but is bent towards males. But not only that, has harmed underage youths and boys. And God says that this scandal will be named by the people he has been with. The males are going to bring out, he says, proof. The evidence this bishop will be fighting is hard evidence, and God says he will spend considerable time, considerable energy, considerable power, and considerable money to suppress that evidence so that it does not come out in the legal battles that will follow. But God said that we are going into an era where the evidence will get a chance to speak.
Jake attempted to defuse the situation, but it was too late. He was clearly shaken by the turn of events. A chaotic and sudden climax that pushes Jake over the edge. After experiencing extreme strain and anxiety, T.J. Jakes suddenly passed out. Stannis quickly called for medical assistance, which worried him, so Jakes was quickly brought to a local hospital to receive care. The Jakes neighborhood and beyond were shocked when word of his unexpected illness quickly circulated. As everything settled down, questions surfaced about T. Jakes' health and the Potter's house's future. Many wonder if Jakes or Le Couper had returned to his role as a just spiritual leader after this traumatic experience. Jakes' representative confirmed in a statement following the event that he had gotten medical attention and was in a stable condition. In addition, the judge called on his followers to band together and support their pastor through this trying time. Following the period, the chopped Jake stood on the charred steps, staring at the ruins of the once tall building. Tears filled his face, shedding light on his congregation's collective suffering. His gaze scanned the area and found comfort in the faces of those close to him. His voice resounded above the scenes, sorrowful even amid the squeaking embers. Jake showed up out of the blue, bemoaning the building's losses as his truck caught fire. However, he reminded his congregants that the church will always remain a part of their hearts and that their faith, love, and dedication to one another will never burn out. His unwavering remarks ignited a spark in everyone's hearts. The neighborhood came together and forged a closer kinship than before. Together, members of the congregation, volunteers, and supporters were bonded by their shared love for the Pardes house and steadfast faith. As the Jesuit story spreads, it touches the hearts of kind-hearted people both locally and globally. Donations from people, groups, and nearby churches are flooding in, all eager to support the Pardes house's rehabilitation. The unbroken spirit of human resilience is demonstrated by this outpouring of support. Weeks become months as days evolve into weeks. Bishop J. Stafford led the community in their ardent reconstruction of their beloved sanctuary. A congregation longing for their spiritual home found life in the hopes of architects, engineers, and craftspeople who learned their craft. The new section of the house emerged, imbued with the fresh, signifying the tenacity of faith and the power of solidarity. At last, the much-anticipated day came, and the Potter's house doors opened once more. The pews were crowded with worshipers and well-wishers, their hearts overflowing with thanks and hope. The air was heavy with the melodies of prayers and songs, vibrating throughout the hallowed chamber. The Potter's house saw a significant metamorphosis and once more rose from the ashes as a symbol of hope. The laws that the Shroud Church, its members, and the larger community had created were unbreakable. The Shroud spirit would always reverberate within the Potter's house walls, even in the face of adversity. As a result, the story of the Potter's house came to represent a triumph over hardship and a monument to the enduring power of love, faith, and the community's resiliency in the face of adversity. What's going to happen next? The reason for the Potter's house fire will only become clear with time. However, one thing is certain: Dallas' religious landscape has undergone an irreversible transformation. Whether this occurrence weakens the beginning of the controversial power of battle, or whether Jax and Janice can work things out, put aside their disagreements, and stand as symbols of togetherness, is still up for debate. In any case, I sincerely hope you like this film, and that we all keep trying to please God. Kindly ensure that you like, subscribe, and click the notification bell in order to receive updates whenever a new video is posted. Whenever a fresh video is posted, I appreciate you seeing.